Today on Steve Robb Reviews, I'm going to review a subject you should be very beware of. Do you have any of these appliances at home? These little lights. You know, like these ones, like this here, where if you cover up the sensor, the light goes on. If it gets dark at night, guess what? This light goes on. And many of these products say energy efficient, and they only go on at nighttime when it gets dark. Do you believe that? Well, I'm going to prove to you today that these are the most inefficient items you can buy. They are going to cost you a fortune over time. They are just plugged in, sitting there in the wall socket or wherever you have them, and they are costing you big money. Let's take a look. I'm going to prove it. Okay, so I'm going to get set up here. I'm just going to show you exactly how I'm going to prove that in reality you should not be using these devices in the first place. Okay, so all I've got here is a cord that I've made up. Here's the end here. And I've just made it up here where I have a particular spot where I can put my digital multimeter in line and register the amperage. And in this particular case, it's going to be milliamps. And of course, you could also have access to use your amp clamp in here too. Now, in my experience, the amp clamp is close, but it is not as good as a digital multimeter in line. And we'll try both and we'll see how it looks. So let's start off with this one here. And all I'm going to do is get a piece of masking tape, electrical tape, and put it over top of the sensor, and we'll see. And I'm going to show you something you're going to be just amazed about. Well, I've got as much as I can in the shot here. I hope you can see the screen, and I'll just reset this one here. This is just going to be, these numbers here don't mean nothing, not until I actually plug it in. The unit is plugged in. This is reading the amperage here. It's going to be in milliamps. This one here will read it as well. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like when it's plugged in. Now, as you can see right there, it is plugged in, and you know what? The light is not on. It's 21 milliamps. This one here, I don't know if you can read it upside down there, but it's 19. It's not as accurate. This is dead on, spot on right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach across here and grab a piece of tape. And I'm going to put it over the sensor and make the light go on. Now you tell me if you notice what's going on here. Yes, you've seen it correctly. I'll take it off again. This draws less power when it's on than when it is off. Now this one here doesn't have another digit, so you can't notice that. But this one here is showing 19, this one here is showing 21, and you could see the average, you could see the min, you could see the max. Yes, this is actually consuming less power when it's on than when it's off. Now, is this some kind of isolated incident? No. Let's just take a look at this one now. This is a different kind of model, but it's essentially the same thing. And the light's not on there. There's no light on there. And what do we got here? 32.113. We'll just reset this. There we go. 32 milliamps. So let's put some tape over the sensor. And she's lit up. I hope you can see that it's lit up now. And it's dropping. We'll take the sensor off. And she's going back up. 32, 136, 132. Turn the light back on. And it's dropping. Now, isn't that interesting? Well, what do you think of that? Now, how did I run across this? Well, of course, everything that I'm going to put up in my off-grid cabin I test it. I just don't guess how much actual power the item uses in amperage. I always test it. And when I seen this, I thought, are you kidding me? I mean, I got one and I thought, okay, it's defective. So I went and got a completely different one and tried it. Well, guess what? Could you imagine if you've got these all in your hallways and all over the place in your house? Yes, like the other one, what, 32 milliamps? You guys want to do some interesting math. Just take a half a dozen of these like people have in their houses and multiply it by how much consumption of electricity you would use in a year, and you are going to save yourself some good coin from not using these things. I don't know if all these things are the same, but a little item like this that actually burns more electricity when it's off than when it's on. Now, isn't that something else? So like when I started off this video, I said, beware of this kind of stuff. I did not know myself until I tested it. And I thought, nah, this stuff can't be going on. I wonder how many more items like this are out there that are just chewing your hydro bill right up every month. And you think that you bought something that's energy efficient, that only consumes power when it gets dark or it needs to be used. And you know what? I didn't know the difference either until I tested it today. So thanks for joining me here today. And if you'd like to see other videos that I've done, I've got a playlist of a whole bunch of stuff that I've done electrical testing on. And I quite enjoy it. So if you haven't seen this channel before, well, you're welcome to subscribe and watch for some more electrical testing in the future. You guys take care now. Cheers.